Welcome to Divine Mercy of the Most Holy One. Selections from the Kabbalistic Zohar, Part 1 of 2, on Words of Wisdom. Kabbalah is the ancient mystical school of thought of Judaism, literally meaning the received. Kabbalah is also an esoteric method believed to have been revealed to elect saints and preserved by a certain few since the time of the Garden of Eden. Kabbalah aims to explain the relationship between God, the unchanging and eternal Ein Sof, the infinite, and God's creation, the mortal and finite universe. Kabbalists developed their own sacred texts, especially during the Middle Ages. These texts, however, still remained within the Jewish tradition, as they often worked with scriptures from the Hebrew Bible to demonstrate the extraordinary teachings of Kabbalah. One of the most foundational of the Kabbalistic texts is the Sefer HaZohar, a Kabbalistic commentary on the Torah, which means the first 5 books of the Hebrew Bible. The Zohar, which scholars believe was recorded mainly by the 13th century Spanish mystic Rabbi Moses de Leon, presents profound discussions on many topics, such as redemption, prayer, and the nature of God, the cosmos, and souls. The word Zohar means brightness and refers to the light manifestation of the divine. Today, we will be presenting selections from the Great Holy Assembly, a volume of the Zohar where Rabbi Shimeon leads a group of holy sages through a discussion of the principles of divine mercy as symbolized by the various parts of the beard of MACROPROSOPUS. MACROPROSOPUS is an aspect of divine emanation in the Kabbalah, representing divine will and the source of divine compassion. The Zohar introduces the concept of divine configurations, and in the Book of Concealed Mystery, another volume of the Zohar, the various facial features of MACROPROSOPUS are explained, along with the representation of the divine qualities. Thus, in our readings today, there will be physical descriptions of various parts of MACROPROSOPUS's beard, along with discussions by Rabbi Shimeon and other holy sages regarding the divine quality that each part represents, as well as supporting evidence from the Hebrew Bible. Let us begin. Chapter 11, concerning the beard of MACROPROSOPUS in general. Rabbi Shimeon began and said, Woe unto him who extends his hand unto that most glorious supernal beard of the Holy Ancient One, the concealed of all. That is the beard of adornment, true and perfect, from which flow down 13 fountains, scattering the most precious balm of splendor. The beard of ornament of the Ancient Ones, the most concealed of all things, is configurated in 13 dispositions. From the 2 beautiful apples of his countenance is the face of MACROPROSOPUS illuminated, and whatsoever is white and rosy is found below. It shines and radiates from that inner heavenly light. Those 13 dispositions are found in the beard, and in proportion to the purity of his beard, according to its dispositions, is a man said to be true. For also, whosoever in sleep beholds his beard, that man is very desirous of truth. We have taught in the Book of Concealed Mystery that certain dispositions are found in the universe according to those 13 dispositions, which depend from the venerable beard, and they are opened out into the 13 gates of mercies. The 13 measurements of the mercies of the Most Holy Ancient One are symbolized by these clauses. Micah 7:18. What God is like unto thee, the first, pardoning iniquity, the second, and passes by the transgression, the third, of the remnant of his heritage, the fourth. He retains not his anger forever, the fifth, because he delights in mercy, the sixth. Again, he will have compassion on us, the seventh. He will subdue our iniquities, the eighth. And thou wilt cast all their iniquities into the depths of the sea, the ninth. Thou wilt give truth unto Jacob, the 10th, mercy unto Abraham, the 11th, which thou hast sworn unto our fathers, the 12th, from the days of old, the 13th. Unto these correspond in the law, Exodus 34:6, God merciful and gracious. Chapter 12, concerning the first part of the beard of MACROPROSOPUS. The first disposition is that which commences almost at the beginning of the hair, and the beginning of the first disposition consists of 30 and 1 equal locks, extended even unto the beginning of the mouth. And among those single locks are distributed 1 and 30 dominating worlds, so that they may be extended correctly, neither on this side nor on that. And out of each one of these worlds, a partition is made into 1,000 worlds of desires and of great pleasures. And they are all concealed in the commencement of the beard, which represents strength, and they are included in that name, the Mighty One. And notwithstanding is the Mighty One himself disposed towards mercies, because in him the Ancient of Days is mitigated and included and extended. This is that which is written, Wonderful, Counselor, God the Mighty One. That is the Mighty One, such a one who also is mighty, but is rendered mild through the holy beard of the Ancient of Days. All things are comprehended in those dispositions. All things raise themselves up in order that they may receive these dispositions of the mighty King, of the Ancient One, the most concealed of all. And all those are mitigated by those ordinations of the King, the Ancient One. We have learned, unless the Ancient of the Ancient Ones, the Holy of the Holy Ones, were disposed in those conformations, neither the superiors nor the inferiors would be found, and all things would be as though they existed not. Rabbi Shimeon said unto him, It is justly thy due, Rabbi Yitzchak, that thou should be under the ornament of the conformation of the beard, and that thou should receive the inner heavenly light of the countenance of the Ancient of Days, the Ancient of the Ancient Ones. Blessed is thy portion, and blessed be my lot with thee in the world to come. Chapter 13, concerning the second part of the beard of MACROPROSOPUS. Arise, Rabbi Chizkiah, and stand in thy place and declare the worthiness of this part of the holy beard. Rabbi Chizkiah arose and began his speech and said, Song of Songs 7:11. I am my beloved's, and his desire is towards me. Who is under consideration here that I am my beloved's? And because that his desire is toward me, I have meditated, and lo, I have beheld the most excellent light of the supernal inner heavenly lights. It shone forth and ascended on 325 sides. And in that inner heavenly light was a certain obscurity washed away, like as when a man bathes in a deep river, whose divided waters flow round him on every side from that part which is above. And that inner heavenly light ascends unto the shore of the deep superior sea. I asked of them what might be the interpretation of that which I beheld, and commencing they replied, Thou hast beheld iniquity being taken away. He said, This is the second disposition, and sat down.
My message for all the non-vegan athletes who might be interested in trying out a vegan or plant-based diet is to try it. Inform yourself well, and you will see how everything gets better. There is nothing we cannot get with a plant-based diet. Jose Ricardo, vegan.
Generous viewers, it has been heartwarming to have your company today.